Hey, what's going on? This is another Train Your Slut episode, and today we are going to be talking about polys,
Cucks, and doms.
Oh my. So it just seems like a lot of women and men tend to get these three categories completely mixed up or confused. And if you're not confused about these categories, then most likely you're probably dumb. And I'm going to be here to try to educate you because, we all are ignorant to some things when it comes to this lifestyle, and the adult game that we like to get into. But first, we're going to talk about poly.
Now, we all know
that when you're married, or you're not married, or you're just in a relationship with a significant other, it's all good to go out there and fuck anybody you want to and then put it under the category of being poly. But are you really poly though? Are you really politicking? You understand what I'm saying? Because when you're politicking, you out there making money. You out there wealth building. You're out there establishing family and respect and certain type of morality. And a lot of you motherfuckers ain't really doing anything moral when it comes to this game, right? What you're really doing is you're getting a go out there and fuck anybody you want to free card. You're playing Monopoly with the dick and with the pussy. You know what I'm saying?
Literally going out there,
finding anybody that you want to,
building these relationships,
and then at the same time going home to your significant other, trying to make it seem like you really have this open relationship
and line of communication,
when it's just a sneaky way to be adulterous. But we're not going to talk about adultery,
right? Because I'm not a judge.
We all know that y'all ass ain't really poly girl. Y'all ass is
polys girl.
Get it together. We know this nigga ain't really loving and fucking up on you like that.
He wants you to go out there and get some different dick
because he's a cuck. And that's what cucks do.
They want to be
emasculated.
They want to be shamed.
They want to be made the example because it's a fetish for them. And he sits at home and he smiles and he's so happy his wife is out there fucking somebody else that he jacks off to the very thought of you taking some
dumb dick.
Right? Because you're his little fetish baby. And you go home and you tell everybody y'all relationship is poly. But your man ain't poly. He's an undercover DL. We ain't gonna talk about that either because that's a whole nother Train Your Slut episode. But
a real dom
is gonna be there mastering and controlling the situation. He's gonna
make sure that his
woman is pleasured. He's gonna make sure his woman is taking dick the right way. He's gonna make sure he's gonna come and take that pussy, right? He's gonna control that pussy. He's gonna dominate that pussy. And they have an understanding and a mutual agreement, which is something else called a little hot wife. And that's another episode too.
Yeah, it's all about
playing your position. But poly?
You're not poly.
Because you're not wealth
building. Yeah, broke
back mountain money. Broke
back and fucking.
Because you're broke, you get back to your man.
And you're both still fucked.
Broke back, fucked. You know what I'm saying. I don't want to have to tell you hoes to stop disrespecting the term poly because all you getting is broke dick and heartache and headaches.
And no rake.
Your bag is exactly the same way it was when you left. This nigga ain't doing anything for you. And the bitch ain't doing anything for your nigga. But your nigga is doing something for her. Because that's the only way he's getting pussy.
But that's just me.
What the fuck do I know? I only see this shit every day. We're not going to talk about adultery
because I'm not a judge
or jury, but I'm just calling it like I see it. A lot of you motherfuckers is really out there just fucking who you want to, when you want to, whenever you want to. And then you're going home cooking your significant other a nice little meal, and then you rinse and repeat the bullshit. And you ain't collecting a bag, you ain't collecting any type of knowledge, you ain't collecting any type of wealth. All you're doing is collecting bodies. And that's all good, but let's just call it what it is.
You're not poly.
Right? You're not bringing in beautiful babies. You're not investing in businesses. You're not wealth building. Your bank account looks exactly the same way it was before you actually came in with the new dick. This nigga don't even really want to support you in any type of means, nor
your bitch.
So you're still struggling, and you go home and you put all that
Dick and pussy
burden
Or debt.
back on your significant other. But what you are bringing to the table is more drama, more stress, and more ignorance. So if you want to be ignorantly fucked, then go ahead, do you. But don't put it under the title of being poly, right? Because we know a real poly family, like I said, is out there changing lives. And if you ain't out there changing lives, including your own, then maybe you should sit the fuck down and just be single
and ready to mingle.
Because real poly motherfuckers is doing it the right way, right? They know what they're doing. They know what they're getting into. They have an agreement. They have an understanding. They know by bringing another person into the family, there's a reason for that. There's an effect for that, right? It ain't about sex. It's about what they're able to do for each other, right? A real poly couple bank account is probably fat. A real poly couple probably got some beautiful babies that they're all invested in, sending them off to college, or, you know, basically teaching them the tribe way of life.
Y'all not tribal.
None of y'all are tribal, right? It's like y'all get to pick and choose what part of the poly game y'all really want to be at.
But you're all broke.
You're all broke with additional bodies that ain't adding on to anything
besides drama. Now,
you know,
no disrespect to the poly trickers, because you're not poly tickers. We're going to talk about
what you really need to be doing
if you're going to be out there adding people to your life. Now, me being a wife personally, if I ever approach my husband with bringing some additional dick, trust and believe it's going to be a lot more that this nigga is going to be adding on than some penis property, right? But I personally don't need another man. If I brought a new bitch into my relationship, she better have her own motherfucking bag. She better be able to add on to what we already have.
She better have a good head on her shoulders.
She better be able to know how to fucking finesse and go out there and get it on her own with or without us. And then we add her on to us, and then we building and we living good.
You understand what I'm saying?
And just on the side, we may be fucking each other.
That's the real poly way.
Now, there are some poly
people that keep their relationship completely separate, and I fuck with that theory too, right? We have, you know, the people out there in Utah, the white folks who are doing it. And it may be a little weird to us, but they got they bitches living in different homes and shit, making different children and shit. And they all got their own shit, right? And then the man comes up over there and he takes care of the family when he needs to, and ain't nobody fucking nobody. Now that's really not my vibe, because if I'm bringing anybody into my home,
best believe you getting the pussy
and the dick, regardless to whom or what, because I'm just a freak. But nonetheless, you won't be fucking me for free while I'm out here struggling. All right, that's not poly life, right?
No, we all know
that saying you're poly is really,
you know, a fad these days.
Now, they say that because they think it's cute. They want to be the ones to make people think, oh my God,
you have a great line of communication. I wish I can have exactly what you have. How do you guys do it?
You ain't doing it.
Let's just be real.
Which brings me to think about,
is you really poly, or is your nigga just a cuck? Right?
We're going to think about that for a minute. You're really not a man at all to me. Because what you do is you allow your bitch to go out there and collect bodies, and you stay at home, and you're still pulling the bag. You're still doing all the
womanly, feminine shit
that your woman should be doing, cooking dinner, waiting patiently for her to arrive home to tell you about her great dick day. And you just eat it up, and you tell yourself,
you know what, she allows me to fuck people on the side too, so this feels really mutual.
But is it really mutual, or are you really just sitting back watching your bitch take some other dick and then come back home to you, and you got a nice grin on your face, and you're happy and you're smiling, and you guys wonder why ain't none of these relationships working out? Right? You wonder why you got all kind of drama, and ain't nothing changing because your debt has collected and you ain't really did anything. You ain't really built up any type of wealth at all.
You're still broke, busted, and
disgusted, but you got an additional body, and your man is just sitting at home completely okay with you fucking other people because he's really just a cuck,
isn't he?
He's not a man that's supportive of your
poly life.
He's a nigga that's watching you take dick and he's being subservient, waiting for you to come home so you can tell him all about the nigga that done smashed your walls in.
That's so sad.
There ain't nothing cute about that shit at all. You just got
one big ass sissy boy at home.
And I don't mean that in derogatory terms, because God knows I love the LGBTQ community. I mean,
sissy ass punk ass nigga that's allowing you to take dick from another nigga, and he's just sitting there smiling and twiddling his thumbs, waiting for you to tell him how the other nigga was better than he was. Oh, don't we love that? The next thing you probably should do is put his dick into like a little cage and fuck a nigga right in front of him. That way he can at least get a visual to show you, hey, at least I was a willing participant instead of somebody that's being pumped into this lifestyle. So are you really poly, or is your nigga
just a cuck?
Right? Because if you really, really know what a cuck is, he ain't dominant at all. He's actually quite less than a beta. And a beta, at least, will be a little bit more understanding and be at home and still provide for the family. But he's going to
demand your attention and your respect
more than your
cuck husband, who
wants to be humiliated, wants to be defiled, wants to feel like you're really the dom
of the relationship.
Are you the dom of your relationship? Do you run your poor cuck man into the ground?
Is he sad and lonely,
feeling less than? He probably does. Or maybe he gets off on that shit, because most cucks do.
It's a fetish.
You understand what I'm saying? Most cucks want to be treated disrespectfully. Most cucks want to put their dick in a cage and want to watch their wife get banged out by another nigga and feel like,
oh my God, this is the best shit ever.
So maybe your cuck husband is really just disguising himself as poly. That way he doesn't have to identify as a cuck. Or maybe you both don't know the difference. Maybe you think you're poly, but in reality, you're really a dominant bitch and he's really the
cuck boy.
And therefore, initiate the title to the correct beings.
Now,
we're going to talk about doms. A true dom will know how to train his submissive. And there's nothing wrong with being a submissive. You just know how to step to the plate and be able to talk to her, protect her, and make her feel like you're going to be able to control the situation regardless to whom or what. And every now and then a dom might let you play. But that is up to him and his masculinity. A dom may tell you what he wants you to do for him sexually, and if he's taking care of business, well, you're going to gladly oblige. There's nothing cuck about it. He dominates the situation. He controls the situation. He is the situation.
You understand what I'm saying? A dom
is a real alpha. A dom is a real man. A dom has all the confidence in his sexuality and never questions what he wants to do when he wants to do, versus a cuck is being punked into doing.
A cuck is being punked into doing what you want him to do when you want him to do it.
Let me go ahead and fix that for a minute. A dom is sensual and authoritative in the bedroom. A dom controls the situation. A dom will never allow another man to come and take what is rightfully his
and control it.
A dom is the mastermind behind the whole plan, because a dom is the
motherfucking plan, right?
A dom is always going to be a dom. A dom is not going to allow another nigga to come and defile his woman or to be made a cuck in any type of sexual situation.
A dom controls the situation.
You become the fantasy, versus a cuck. You are a fetish. Right? So the next time you guys want to jump into what is poly
versus cuck
and what is a dom, you probably shouldn't be putting everyone under the same title of what a polyamorous couple really is, because you're just disrespecting the whole vibe of what real polyamory really is. And once again, it's about building family, about getting the bag together, about raising them babies together, about changing lives together, and having mutual respect, not just going out there
getting community dick and pussy,
which is what a lot of you guys are doing. You're just out there
fucking random people
anytime you want to, when you want to, and your cuck ass man is sitting back watching this shit happen. And there ain't a goddamn thing he could do about it because you done lied to him and told him
he was polyamorous.
When in reality, you just a married hoe. Married hoes. I love that title, right? Because it's almost like having your cake and eat it too. You're married.
You got the subservient cuck at home waiting for his
married whore to come home and tell him all about her sexcapades with another
less than man
who ain't gave her shit
In return, this nigga ain't
fixed your car. He ain't put no money in your bank account. You gotta struggle. You working a job. Your man's working a job. But every weekend he may offer you some dick and you're okay with that. And your man's okay with that too, because he might find a bitch sucking his dick who in reality is probably a side chick who is happy because he's married, because she ain't got to really deal with your
problem. Because side chicks are smart.
They know that if they're fucking somebody else's man, they ain't got to deal with all the drama you're dealing with. And they get the benefit of it all, meaning she gets to get the dick and the money from him, and you ain't got to deal with the fucking product of
her headache. Because it ain't her headache.
It's your headache.
And when it's
your headache
and not her headache,
it's fun for her. That's why side chicks exist. Guarantee you, I bet you,
your man is dropping coins on her.
But your nigga ain't dropping coins on you.
How it works, right? No man is really out there getting pussy for free, right? And if you are getting pussy for free, then, you know, you got a little bit something going on, meaning you probably got the game or the manipulation that goes side by side with it. But women will give their pussy for free to a nigga. Now, if that doesn't make any sense for you, let me explain it. You think it's cute when you have a whole man at home because you told this nigga you was poly. So he thinks you're with the shit, so he fucks you. But then when you need him for something
important,
like some money
or some time,
he ain't got the time or the money for you. Versus a side chick for your nigga, married man, is only going to fuck him because he has the coins. And meanwhile, she realizes she ain't got to deal with your motherfucking headache and do all the wifely duties. All she has to do is suck and fuck him, and her bills are being paid.
Now,
if y'all feel like you're being shamed, I'm just telling you what I know. Because a real poly couple, the two females are probably best friends or have some type of understanding or mutual respect for each other, and each one probably plays their motherfucking position.
One probably brings in the bag
and the other one probably takes care of the kids, and the man is taking care of them both. Or vice versa. Maybe both of them are bringing in the bag and the man's bringing in the bag and they're all sharing the children. Or maybe one can't have children, so the other one is having the children, and then they're still bringing in the bag. But you understand what I'm saying? They have an agreement. The agreement is there's an understanding and a respect.
And their family and wealth building.
That's the real way to polytricks.
Or politic, shall I say.
Because we all know that the polytricks is the shit that y'all on. But if you're married and you're out there getting community dick and the dude ain't doing shit for you, but you stay stressed and you're coming home telling your man how your heart is broken because so-and-so didn't do this and do that for you, well, then you're just a
fucking fool, aren't you?
And your man, once again, is a
cuck.
And he's over here
consoling you over some community dick that did nothing but bring him a motherfucking headache, right along with extra baggage. So at this point, you're a
bag lady, you gon' hurt your back. Fucking on that dick like that.
Hey, I'm just a messenger. But a dom is gonna fuck you, please you, support you, protect you, and have such a presence. He's gonna make you submit to him because he's a
real man.
And you best believe when your dom step up in the building and he tells you what to do, you're gonna bow and you're gonna gladly do it because he's giving you all the necessary tools to be able to focus on one thing, and that's just your pure submission. Now, when I say submission, I don't mean the fact that he gets to run over you, because a true dom will never run over his submissive. Right? A true dom is going to have an open line of communication and agreement and say, hey, if I want to do this, you're going to be in agreement with it, because
what I already do for you, because I love and I protect and I respect your boundaries.
And in return, you submit to me.
And if a dom want to bring some new dick into the equation, once again, you better believe he's going to be controlling that whole motherfucking situation. There ain't gonna be nothing cuck about it. He ain't gonna be sitting back with his dick in a fucking cage watching another nigga bang you. There ain't gonna be no BBC going on,
and he ain't involved.
Okay.
There ain't gonna be no fucking cucking in the building. Right, a dom is fucking and not cucking. And maybe you guys could realize the difference if you ever had a real dom. Now, most of you are like, I would never let my woman fuck another man. Well, that's on you. And maybe you'll grow into that one day. But I'm just saying, if you ever did decide to be a dom is exactly what a dom is.
A dominant man controlling
the show. Okay? He's doing what he wants to do, when he wants to do it, because of the respect factor. All right? A dom brings fantasy into it. A dom makes you feel sexy. A dom
shows you pleasure.
And then you leave with your dom and you still feel protected,
loved, cherished.
And you're still his sensual submissive. And there's an understanding there.
A dom ain't gonna watch his bitch get taken
and not take her back.
A dom ain't gonna cry because another nigga done broke his bitch heart. A dom is gonna spend his bag to make sure you're good financially, mentally, and spiritually. A dom is gonna fuck the shit out of you, and he's gonna let another nigga know that's his pussy.
Because a dom is a motherfucking dom.
The dom into a poly situation, and you can have two submissive females where the dom doesn't even want her to work at all.
A dom is gonna sit there and take care of both of them, but the fucking sex is utopia. There's benefit there. There's an understanding there. A dom in a poly situation is going to protect both of his bitches, or his females, or his wives, or his girlfriends, or loves, or whatever the fuck y'all want to call it in 2021. And a dom is going to make sure they're both good. And the girls are going to be best fucking friends. There ain't going to be drama. There's not going to be jealousy. There's not going to be a sense of competition, because they both play their motherfucking position. And that's the right way to do it, right? Versus being married,
sneaky ass adulterer,
under the label of poly.